Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be talking about angle relationships with equations. So similar to the problems you see up on the screen here. Just a reminder, this is the normal version. If you want the speedrun version where we go through it pretty quickly, I'll link that in the description below. For your Ricasso Recap, you should already be familiar with vertical, adjacent, supplementary, okay, so on and so forth. And then you should know how to solve equations. If you'd like refreshers on either of these two topics, there will be videos in the description below. Please go watch those before you start this lesson. All right, new lesson starts now. Here we go. So they give us the drawing and this diagram, and it says there's two parts here, two questions. First question says, which equation can be used to solve for x? So to solve for x, what we need to realize is that here and here are vertical angles. So that would mean that x plus 6 plus x plus 6 plus x plus 6, okay, which is this angle, and this angle, has to equal its vertical other side, which is 126. And now you'll notice that none of these equations look like that, but notice that there are three of these, right? 3x plus 6's. So another way to write this would be 3x plus 6's has to equal 126. And so here is our equation right here. Then it says solve for x. From here, you got a couple options how to solve it. You could distribute. Oh, I'm out of room, and solve from there. Let's clean this up. 3x plus 18 equals 126. And then we should know how to solve from there. And so after solving, you get that x is equal to 36. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem here is the work. Should have gotten x equals 30. Here's the equation. We should have realized this is a right angle, which means 30 and 60 have to be 90. And then from here to here is 180 degrees, right? From here to here. And so that's our equation. And for the second problem here is the work. Okay, all three of these angles add up to a flat line, so 180 degrees. And when you solve for x, you should be getting 52. All right, for this type of problem, it says find the values of x and y. So which one can we find first? Well, maybe the easiest one is to find y first, because I know that from here to here is 139 degrees, and I know this is 90 degrees. So take off the 90, which would give me 49. And then, so that's y, cool, 49 degrees. And then to find x, I think we need to see this as a vertical angle right here. And so then I can write that this angle has to equal this angle. So 9x minus 5 equals 49. When we solve that for x, we get x equals 6. All right, time to practice. Go ahead and pause the video, try these two on your own. When you're ready, unpause, and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem here is the work. Should have solved for x first. Then you had to take the x and plug it in to find that this angle is 56. Then you use, vertical angles again to find that y is equal to 16. And for the second problem, should have gotten that x equals 7 because you added up these three because they're 90. And then once you know that x equals 7, you plug it in here. That tells you this part is 35. And so then 35 plus 33 has to equal y plus 18. And so final answer for y is 50. All right, that is it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.